You're listening to Shoreditch Radio. shoreditchradio.co.uk.
Greetings and welcome once again, Shoreditch Radio Massive, to Bugbear's Rock and Roll High School. Or could I say perhaps Jihagwit? Jihagwit! Have I said Jihagwit?
Oh, I thought it was what you said.
With a throaty it says it. Oh, that's supposed to be Gaelic. It's because today we're doffing the cap to St. Patrick's Day, because this is, I think, vaguely contemporary with the celebrations that go around that day. And there will be a slight Irish theme to tonight's proceedings. So I've got with me old Wiggy, the head of the sports department over there, and punk rock, of course. So how are you, Wiggy? You all right?
I'm very sporty and exceedingly punk rock, Tony. How are you?
I know you are, baby. I'm Mr. Tony, the tumescent head of Sixth Form Humour, and well, we're as snug as a bug in the lair of the bear, and so are you. So what should we do now with this Irish theme? The greatest Irish record ever made. I'm saying it's this one. I'm looking at a map of Ireland. I'm thinking this city is in Ireland. I don't know a lot about geography. I don't teach geography, but I do have a small grasp of geopolitical history. So anyway, Baby Please Don't Go by Them. Yes, lovely. There you go. Illustrating the first rule of rock and roll: speed up the blues to within an inch of its life. From Belfast, Them, featuring a young Van Morrison and Baby Please Don't Go.
Yeah, fantastic song.
Fantastic song.
Yeah,
Rick.
I like it, and I should know because I actually chose it, I think.
Yeah, great. Anyway, so what have you been up to this week then, Wick?
Well,
have you done anything Irish today?
I don't think Irish. No, not Irish. I've just come back from tap and ballet, actually.
Oh, right, okay. We'll move on from that.
With my daughters, and it's tap and ballet and Tottenham, so it's a bit more edgy than your run of the mill.
I bet it is. So anyway, let's have a look at who's been on the old Twitter feed. I've got Brother Simon here from A Body of People. It's the band we've played, saying, why don't we play Hanging Around by the Stranglers as a contender for the best rock and roll song?
Now he's talking.
Well, it's a good song. Well, we could do that. I mean, we will be having another Stranglers song at some point. So, if anyone is listening from the Stranglers, or, I mean, why would they not be listening to Shoreditch Radio? They're a very good place. And they may have had a fit whilst doing something on their computer and accidentally arrived here. But we would say welcome and come and speak to us here in the studio, and we'll play something off your new album. So, yeah, that's an open invitation to the Stranglers. So, let's now talk about the first rule of rock and roll. Do you know what the first rule of rock and roll is, Wiggy?
Tony, I don't know what the first rule of rock and roll is.
Well, according to Simon, the aforementioned guy from A Body of People, it's angry losers fighting an already lost cause.
Oh, yes. Very nice. Very nice, Simon.
Yeah. Anyway, Kurosator too.
What does that mean, actually?
Kurosator too. I don't know. It's Gaelic, apparently. Right. You got any Irish in you at all, Wig?
Well, actually, yeah. Did we descend from the fighting Cassidys from Donegal? So my dad told me. I've never actually been to Donegal, but yes. Why he put the fighting in front of it, I don't know. Whether that was just for effect or whether we really are.
Is that prefaced with a and then you rub your hands together? Yeah, I think it's
prefaced probably what you just said a minute ago. But
well,
exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I'm just Welsh all the way. Apparently, if I go back far. Although I did once get queried by an Irishman who said, "What do you call a Welshman who's a strong swimmer?" An Irishman. There you go. So,
see what he's done.
Right,
see what he's done.
So, good feedback on the Twitter feed. People have been enjoying the show, which is great. Nice to know. The St. David's Day special last time round went down very well. We enjoyed it, didn't we? We celebrated it so thoroughly that I ended up having a small leak on my jacket. And then I pissed myself. So that was good. Let's mention again at the Stag's Head in Hoxton coming up. We're doing a Bugbear Rock and Roll High School kind of high school hop, yeah. And we're going to have the Something Men. We're going to have the Nomadics. Both been played on this show. High Arts also played on this show. And we're going to hear another track from the Something Men shortly. But also, let me tell you about. So this is an Irish special, St. Patrick's Day in mind, and all that. The Dublin Castle, of course, an Irish pub, and on the 17th of March we're going to have a big old bash, and I can't vouch for the colour of the passports of everybody, but I know there's a lot of Irish descent on stage, and Pink Crudge Caravan will be headlining. So first of all, we're going to hear the Something Men playing on the 31st of March at the where is it? Stag's Head. No, the Stag's Head.
Sorry.
The Pink Crudge Caravan at the Dublin Castle.
Right. Okay.
So first of all, Something Men, and then Pink Crudge Caravan, and then something very much Irish. So 3 in a row. So don't go away, please.
please don't go into the valley below. Oh, my friends are making me ill. Oh, my friends are making me ill. Oh, my friends are making me feel ill. Oh, my friends. If you say please don't go, you'll rip me up and then you'll throw me back. If you say please don't go into the valley below. Oh, my friends are making me ill. Oh, my friends are making me ill. Oh, my friends are making me feel ill. Oh, my friends. Yeah. In the land of Aaron, where sat the High King, faced with a problem, the dreaded Viking. Gather all the menfolk, speaking the Celtic tongue. The land is Erin, the land is young. Stands Red O'Donnell, fighting the Saxon folk. With you O'Neill, all along the Northland, they fight bitterly. The land
Okay. All right. Not your classic Lizzie, maybe. I don't know. The Fabo blues licks of Eric Bell there on their debut LP, Thin Lizzy, and that was Era. Because you see, we're in an educational establishment here, and we like the students to get the big picture, so we wanted something that was not an obvious Thin Lizzy track. And that one, I think you'll agree, Old Wiggy from the football team was beautiful.
It's
baby.
Fantastic. I've got a little Thin Lizzy snippet for you, actually.
Have you? Go on.
Well, a friend of mine who was his brother-in-law, I guess. Well, not guess, he was his brother-in-law. When he'd just done his A-levels when he was 18, went on the rounds with Phil in Dublin.
Yeah.
First stop was a mate's house about 10 in the morning for a whiskey and a joint. And in the middle of all this, his mum rang up to tell him his A-level results. And the next day, he had to ask his sister to tell him what he'd got because he was so obliterated he'd forgotten them again. But there you are.
He'd been out with Phil Lynott.
Out with Phil Lynott and survived to tell the tale.
What Phil Lynnott's famous stock phrase was that he always used to say?
Go on.
Have you got any Irish in you? Would you like some? Although later on, and sadly, it became, have you got any smack, which is a bit of a shame, but there you go. Okay, so Phil Lynott. And before that, you heard Something Men, as I said, 31st of March, playing at the Stag's Head in Hoxton, and then Pink Crudge Caravan on St Patrick's Day at Dublin Castle. We will have an avalanche of Irish music for you. Double heavy on the decks after 11 p.m. and come down and have a good old dance because it'll be fantastic.
Yeah, a couple of good tunes there. Something, man. I mean, everything seems to be sort of psychedelic blues at the minute, but I mean, that was.
I like a bit of psychedelic blues, mate.
Yeah, I've very enjoyed that. And Pink Crudge Caravan, like the name. Do you know what crudge means?
It sounds rude.
It means to hog a joint.
Apparently. Oh, does it?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm actually pleased.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was something nastier, so that's good.
But that was good as well. So I know they sort of they put themselves out as psychedelic grunge.
Yeah.
But I thought there's a bit of bedroom punk in there as well.
Definitely. I like it. Yeah. Okay. So my cousin Supersonic Psy, he's been on the Twitter, and we are Bugbear Music at Bugbear Music for Twitter. And what are you, Chris?
I'm Chris _Charles.
Yeah. And he says, when are you going to play the Cocteau Twins? Well, not today.
12th of Never, Simon.
Are they rock and roll, do you think? I don't know.
Oh, well, yeah, they did. They're not. Davey, who's our little guest in the studio, used to play football with Simon from the Cocteau Twins.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we have got a guest
Davey,
in the studio. So we've also got a few leprechauns meddling with us, so bear with us. But anyway, let's get some... Let's get some punk rock going, because we always have a punk off. So, of course, we're going to have an Irish punk off.
Of course we are.
What else would we do? So, which punk rock tune from the annals did you choose, then?
Well, I went through a few which were rejected by you, but you finally allowed me, very graciously, to have My Perfect Cousin by the Undertones.
Yeah, all right, then. We're going to follow this, My Perfect Cousin by the Undertones, which, of course, you all know and love, by the Radiators from Space, who maybe less people know, but they should really hear it because it's fantastic, Roxy Girl. So the Undertones and the Radiators from Space, two great Irish punk tunes for you now. Thank you.
Now I've got a cousin called Kevin, sure to go to heaven. Always spotless, clean and neat, as smooth as you'll get him. He's got a fur-lined sheepskin jacket. My ma says it cost a packet. She won't Mother got him a synthesizer, got the Human League into advisor. Now he's making lots of noise, playing along with the art school boys. Girls try to attract his attention, but what a shame, it's in vain. Total rejection, he will never be left on the shelf, 'cause Kevin, he's in love with himself. Oh my perfect cousin, what I like to do he doesn't. He's his family's pride and joy, his mother's little golden boy.
Here comes Susie, start the show. Kate and Lasses let us away go. War paints eyes, lovely there. One thing she makes crystal clear. She's IQ, I'm a QCI. If I don't scotch tonight, I'll think I'll die. I hold the aces, you hold the key. Come on over here and show it to me. Roxy girl, it's a crying shame. Started fucking out and I'm in the game. Roxy girl, you're the mother of pearl. Get out of here. Stop your claim. Got high heels 'cause they help me get high. Jeans skin tight, close to your thigh. Shimmy over, pose for a while. The smarty girl takes your that style. You move your body like a glass of champagne. Towards the backseat, I'm going insane. You pull me over, what a surprise. With the wraparound shades and your wraparound thighs. Roxy girl, it's a quiet shame. Started fucking out and I'm in the game. Roxy girl, you're the mother of pearl. Get out of here. Stop your claim. You're all dressed up and there's nowhere to go. Music, papers keep you in the know. Uppers, downers, give 'em the world. Alien in a TV world. Drop you a line when I move away. You'll get the message, got something to say. Susanna, Jacob, what a ball. You got the key, now open the door. Roxy girl, it's a crying shame. Started fucking out and I'm in the game. Roxy girl, you're the mother of pearl. Get out of here. Stop your claim.
Hey, Roxy Girl, the Radiator from Space. What a brilliant track. So, we could have had Stiff Little Fingers. We could have had the Boomtown Rats, I suppose, at a push. But that Bob Geldof had all those hits with the Rats. And then nothing. What's he achieved since that, eh? Do you know?
Bugger all.
Oh, terrible. I suppose typical vacuous rock star. No, I'm thinking of Bongo, aren't I? So, please, Mr. Wiggles.
Yes.
We're going to, last time with the St. David's Day special.
Crikey, you're loud.
We had a bit, baby.
Yeah.
I'm loud now, baby. We had a bit of a poetic sort of, because I am also the head of the literature department
Easy for
here
you
at
to
the
say, yeah.
Bugbear Rock and Roll High School. So I think we should really take it back a bit and, I know what Philistines you phys ed types are, but let's take it back a bit and go away from the catharsis of the rock experience a little bit and enjoy some of the finest poetry, well, in the prose form, of English literature, although it's from an Irish author, which you all know and love. I think the adage popularised by Yeats and echoed more recently by Roddy Doyle that the Irish taught the English how to write their language again is very true. So let's relax now, and as the music fades away, we're going to read a little excerpt from James Joyce from the Dubliners and the Dead. A few light taps upon the pane made him turn to the window. It had begun to snow again. He watched sleepily the flakes, silver and dark, falling obliquely against the lamplight. The time had come for him to set out on his journey westward.
I think you'll agree when it comes to a push, there's a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. But I know you'll agree when it comes to a stanza that a push in the bush is worth two in the hand.
Disgusting. Yes, the newspapers were right. Snow was general all over Ireland. It was falling on every part of the dark central plain, on the treeless hills, falling softly upon the bog of Allen.
He's having a dump, is he, Alan?
Oi! Disgraceful. And further westward, softly falling into the dark, mutinous Shannon waves. It was falling, too, upon every part of the lonely churchyard on the hill, where Michael Fury lay buried. It lay thickly drifted on the crooked crosses and headstones, on the spears of the little gate, on the barren thorns. His soul swooned slowly as he heard the snow falling faintly through the universe, and faintly falling, like the descent of their last end, upon all the living and the dead.
Sitting all alone in my Bentley, playing with myself oh so gently, I gave a slight cough and tossed myself off. Not on purpose, but accidentally.
You have to do it, don't you? You have to ruin everything. I mean, I've been studying this with my dusty books in front of me, and you have to come in and, well, I'm very hurt, actually.
Well,
I might come in and have a go at some of your star pupils in the football team with a wet towel. You see if I don't. Anyway, let's move on. So,
Please do.
Old Wiggy, what's your surefire spot kick conversion from the annals? From the annals, I say.
you do say.
I do say.
You say it
on
yourself.
this Irish Day, St Patrick's Day. Have we been in the pub too much?
Yeah.
On this St Patrick's Day special, what have you chosen?
Well, you couldn't have an Irish Day. I'm catching up with you now. St Patrick's
We
Day
are having an
special
Irish Day.
without the Pogues.
Oh,
So off there, fantastic album. Excuse me, of which I've forgotten.
it up, mate.
Yes, exactly. Of which I seem to have momentarily forgotten the name of, but it's Rum Sodomy the Last.
Sorry.
And the track is called A Pair of Brown Eyes.
Oh, this is beautiful. Now, let's honestly say that this is a sublime, we really can't talk today, sublime piece of music, and we both actually sort of jumped up in the air and high-fived when we decided we were playing this, didn't we? So
No?
I did in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pogues, A Pair of Brown Eyes.
One summer evening, drunk to hell, I sat there nearly lifeless. An old man in the corner sang where the water lilies grow. And on the jukebox, Johnny sang about a thing called love. And it's how are you, kid, and what's your name, and how would you bloody know? In blood and death, neath a screaming sky, I lay down on the ground, and the arms and legs of other men were scattered all around. Some cursed, some prayed, then cursed, then prayed, then bled some more. And the only thing that I could see was a pair of brown eyes that was looking at me. But when we got back, labeled parts 1 to 3, there was no pair of brown eyes waiting for me. And a robe and a robe and a robe, and I'll go for a pair of brown eyes. gently laughing. And a roving, a roving, a roving I'll go. A roving, a roving, a roving I'll go. And a roving, a roving, a roving I'll go. For a pair of brown eyes. For a pair of brown eyes. And a roving, a roving, a roving I'll go. And a roving.
Pogue Mahone, as they were once called. The Pogues, the fantastic A Pair of Brown Eyes, and there's not many better pieces of music than that, I think it's fair to say.
I've got a pair of brown eyes, Tony. Would you go a roving, a roving, a roving for me?
I would go a roving, a roving, a roving for you. I would, yes, and even though my eyes are kind of pale, steely grey.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so dancing. Do you feel like dancing? Do you feel like getting jiggy-wiggy?
Do I fancy getting jiggy, wiggy, wiggy? Yes, I do. Yeah, why not? Where we going?
Well, I'm just going to bring up that whole thing about DJs and,
Oh, I see.
Because like every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have DJs in the Dublin Castle. Very popular night out. Come and have a boogie. And of course, I was thinking of Irish things, and it made me think of The Commitments. I didn't want to play anything per se from that because it's a film. I'm not really into film. I don't like films. Do you like films?
Well, I like some films.
Movies.
Yeah.
Hollywood, it's all bollocks, isn't it? But anyway, so a popular tune from that would be Chain of Fools by Aretha Franklin.
Indeed.
I think, and that's definitely one that we spin down the old Dublin Castle and gets people moving. So, we're going to play that now. But if you are around and about, St. Patrick's Night will be a great night for coming down the Dublin Castle and having a dance, if you fancy that. But any Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've got DJs who will entertain you. So, after the Aretha Franklin track, you're going to hear something that our very own Mr. Jim has put together, a bit of a four-root mash.
Right.
But let's have these two tunes now. Let's get straight into these two and have a little bit of a dance. Aretha Franklin followed by a bit of a mashup. It's going to entertain you. It's very good. Thank you.
Chain, 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 ooh. For 5 long years, I thought you were my man, but I found love. I'm just a link in your chain. Oh, you got me where you want me. I ain't nothing but your fool. You treat me mean. Oh, you treat me cruel. Chain, 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 chain of fool. Every chain has got a weak link. I might be weak time, but I'll give you strength. Oh, you told me leave you alone. My father said come on home. My doctor said take it easy. Oh, but your loving is much too strong. I'm headed to your chain, 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 your chain of fool. Oh, one of these mornings, the chain is gonna break. But up until then, yeah, I'm gonna take all I can take. Oh, All right now. Hey, yo, check 1, 2.
Bring it
I want
down.
everybody to put this sign up
Come
in the
on.
air. If y'all want this for everybody around the world, if you want this
Come
for
on.
yourself, everybody put
Bring
this
it down.
sign high up in the air. And
Come on.
everybody tell me what the
Bring
sign
it down.
means. 1, 2,
Come on.
peace.
Come on. Come on. Put your hands in the air, y'all. All right now. Come on. Put your hands in the air, y'all. All right, y'all. Come on. Put your hands in the air, y'all. All right now. Come on. Put your hands in the air, y'all. All right, y'all. Come on.
like a sex machine, man. Moving, doing it, you know. Can I count it off?
Okay. Wow. Whole lot of enemy we're calling that because it's got Black Steel, Public Enemy, the JBs, and the fabulous Dennis Coffey version of A Whole Lot of Love, mainly at the end there, which you would have enjoyed. And that's something that the absent Mr. Jim's knocked up.
Well, I've got to say, I'm very impressed with that. Sort of Jim will mix it, I suppose.
Yeah, Mr. Jim, he's knocked that up in the school canteen kitchen.
Has he?
Bit of a 4-root mash, I suppose you could call it. And you can hear him spinning down the DC the second Saturday of every month. Yeah. So, he's been schlepping around the art galleries with the boho girls from the upper sixth. But this week he's taken to helping Miss Lawson in the kitchen. She's been a bit uptight and she's needed a little assistance with her back oven. And he was in there again yesterday, in fact, piping his thick cream all over one of her tarts, I noticed. And the scullery maid so admired his koch, Ovan, that he was kind enough to take time out to give her a very nice tip, so which she relished. So yeah, cookery of fine art as practised by our very own Jim indoors, the Reg Coxcomb, Captain Mannering's wife of Bugbear. One of these days he will appear in this studio and give his wit and wisdom to us. And he's Irish too, isn't he?
He is.
But I'll tell you what, though, when St. Patrick vanquished the snakes, he missed the one. he missed the one our Jim keeps strapped to his leg.
Yeah.
But anyway, hello, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Hey.
Hello, Jim.
Yeah, right. Enough tomfoolery. I think it's time we listen to some new acts because we've had Thin Lizzy, we've had James Brown, we've had
all them,
well,
haven't we, Tony?
we've had all these oldsters who we know and love. That's the Undertones.
James Brown. When did we have James Brown?
He was in that 4-root mash.
Really?
You didn't notice?
Well, I didn't because, let you in a little secret. I didn't hear this before, and the studio only played about a little cut of it, so I didn't hear the
fair
James
enough.
Brown bit.
All right, okay. Well, let's have some new bands now. There's a band called, was mainly one guy. He's not from Ireland, he's from Mexico. Yeah, St. Paul, and you can catch him down the Constitution in Camden Town on March the 23rd. And we're going to play his song now, Soul and Footsteps. And that's going to be followed by something completely different, but I'll tell you about that afterwards. So this is Yeah, St. Paul.
One piece luggage hiding, a deal stream
Dreamy, 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 dreamy stuff there. Oh, I'm loving it. That's called Strange Waltz, and it's by Stereo Venus. And before that, you heard Yeah St. Paul and Soul and Footsteps, sort of Pavement meets. What do you think of Yeah St. Paul, old Wiggy?
Well, I mean, it sounds like one of those things you stumble across at Glastonbury about 3 in the morning in an old back tent.
I get you.
That sort of thing that once you're in there and they start their set on some bales of hay, and you just physically can't move, and you just sat there glued to said bale of hay, and it's it was fantastic actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know the essence of punk, and me being the headmaster of punk, or whatever it is I'm supposed to be.
You are an essential punk, yes.
Yeah, it says never trust a hippie, but I think these guys
Is that the first rule of rock and roll proper?
Yeah,
I think it might be, yeah.
But I think in this instance, they sound like a bunch of old hippies, and to be honest, I would trust them with my life.
Okay, cool. All right, March the 23rd, the Constitution, the lovely little cellar bar there on the canal in Camden. Go along. If you haven't been to the Constitution, do so, because it's a fantastic old school pub. We've just been in the Duke of Wellington, another fantastic old school pub here in the heart of Haggerston, which is where the studio is, and that was very nice too.
Don't tell everyone, it will get trendy.
Exactly, and another very...
Actually, no, it will never get trendy.
Well, have you ever been to the Bethnal Green Working Men's Club?
No, I haven't.
Well, the latter track there, Stereo Venus and Strange Waltz, they're going to be doing a launch night for the Stereo Venus LP on March the 23rd again. Sorry giving you these conflicting shows on the same date, but hey, you're adults, you can make your minds up. And that's Rory Moore with Sarah Rumour Joyce. They made this LP probably a couple of years ago. Sun-splashed love grooves and sonic curios. That's what it is. And
what the hell were they on when they came up with that title?
Well, it's library music, but it's kind of library music with sex. So, and a glass of champagne on arrival, 7:30 prompt. Sudden Hunger Records is the label. And, you should get yourself a copy, because that's what Rumour would say. I mean, she wasn't singing on that one, to be fair. We have played it before.
We did, yeah.
And it was, very, very nice indeed. So, have you enjoyed this St. Patrick's Day special? What was it, the Fighting Callahans?
Cassidy's.
Oh, sorry.
The Fighting Cassidy's of Donegal.
I've
got to get to... If anyone from Donegal's listening, which is possibly unlikely, but if they are, then get in touch, because I'd like to trace my roots and go and meet some of these people. And if they are all fighters, be warned that I'm not particularly, so treat me with kid gloves rather than big red gloves. Okay, all right. A heartfelt appeal there to his relatives. From old Wiggy, the what? The football master. All right. I'll tell you, I was at the football the other day, actually, with my little girl. Yeah. And a squirrel came on the pitch at Loftus Road. I saw that, yeah. It was on Match of the Day, and it was on this pitch for about 15 minutes. And I've never seen such a bunch of grown men turn into, like, 5-year-olds. Squirrel! Squirrel! Oh, my God, it's a squirrel! And then people were chanting, squirrel, squirrel, give us a wave. And then when we missed an open goal, you should have passed to the squirrel. And the midfielder was my... Good job Vinnie Jones wasn't still playing, eh? Because he would have had his nuts. Hey! Or Squirrel Regis. I watched football, 10, 15 years ago. All right. You only watch football when your team's like doing well, and you're a sort of sometime Chelsea fan, aren't you? Who are my team? Well, who are they? Well, it's the Robins of Swindon, of course. Is it? No, I don't care. I don't care. It's not the squirrel. Nice one, squirrel. Did everyone do a round of nice one, squirrel? They didn't. They should have done. They played that at my granddad's funeral, actually. Nice one, squirrel. It's nice one, Cyril, actually, because his name was Cyril, not Squirrel. Although he was very protective of his nuts. Very much so, right to the end. Right to the very end. And my dad, by the way, had returned to sender at his funeral, which is quite funny. Oh, that's beautiful. There you are. Oh, I'm rather touched by that, actually. You were there. Oh, no, you just turned up for the bash afterwards, didn't you? I did turn up for the bash afterwards, yeah. That's you all over, that is. Thanks for that. OK, so... if you wonder what the little tune we've had bedded in sort of underneath us, not the theme tune, which is, of course, Joe Meek's Blue Men playing Dribgot's Space Boat. You know that, don't you? You know that. Who doesn't know that? Everyone knows that. But it was well, I'll tell you what, we've got this kind of vibes merchant with us today, our friend Davey, who's actually like... He's kind of like a big feature in the art department here at the
thank you.
Bugbear Rock and Roll. Yeah. So can you tell us what this piece of music is that we're going to play out with, Davey, that we've heard already, but yeah.
Certainly, it's called Away With Ye by the Chieftains.
Away with ye, the chieftains. So have a lovely St. Patrick's Day. Have a drink on us. We'll certainly have a drink on us. And we'll see you next time for another Bugbears Rock and Roll High School. Thanks very much. Goodbye.
Nice one, Squirrel.
Bye.